We've got Nadine Taylor with us today. So welcome, Nadine.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here this afternoon. Really lovely to be talking to you.
To start the interview, Nadine, I would like to take an opportunity to thank you for your service to Marlborough and gifting your time to MFRVoice. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, Nadine.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'm the Mayor here in Marlborough. I've been on council for 9 years now, and I've been the Mayor for 3 years. But that's quite well-known information. So telling you about myself, I'm married to Graham. I've been married to him for 31 years, and he's a very lucky man. I have got 2 children, and they're growing up now, 2 boys. One is a teacher over in Wellington, and one is a fisherman here in Picton, and he fishes out in Cook Strait. And in my private time, I'm probably quite a quiet person. My public time is very, very busy, and I love seeing people. So when I get home, I just love to get back into my house. I love to do my garden. I love to cook. I love to read, and I am trying to write a little bit. I'm trying to write my first book. So that's one of the things that not many people know about me, but now I think everybody does.
Oh, how very cool. Well, thank you for that. What made you want to get involved in the council decision making?
That's a great question. Like a lot of people, I got involved or interested in council when I realised the role that council played in our small towns and the way we live. So I was just a mum at home with my children, and I thought, wow, our town is really amazing and Marlborough is really amazing, but I think it can be better in some ways. I think there are things that we could do better, or more facilities that we could have as a community. And I thought, I wonder who provides these facilities, who makes these changes and sets the leadership. And I looked around and I decided it was council. And I thought, well, that's a place that I'd like to have a voice on behalf of my community. And so I did a little bit of research and I put my name forward. And it was just about knowing that things were good, but I think in some areas they could have been better. And so I wanted to be a part of the conversation and part of the leadership team that made it better.
Amazing. It's great to hear your thoughts on that, Nadine. Thank you. What are the best aspects of being a mayor and a councillor?
Wow. There are many great aspects to being a councillor first, and then moving into the leadership role of being the mayor. I think one of the great things is the opportunity to go out into the community and talk to people and listen to their ideas about how Marlborough could be made better. You talk to young families, young parents of young families, and they have ideas about could we have a new playground in a certain area? They would like some new facilities. We talk to people who are interested in environmental management, and they say, hey, we need some more protection in the Marlborough Sounds to improve the water quality, the marine quality out there. And so every time you talk to someone, they've got a great idea about how we can improve this province. And they all have that goal to see things improve, not for them, but for their children and their grandchildren after them. And one of the privileges then of being in my role of leadership is I know how to make some of those improvements come to reality. And so it's that ability to talk to people, and then that ability to bring it back here into the building and say, right, councillors, how are we going to achieve that outcome? It's a great privilege to be able to sit in that chair and to be able to help make the decisions that move Marlborough forward. I think one of the other great privileges is just seeing people enjoying the place in which they live, seeing them enjoying it with safety, with happiness. I get such a great feeling when I do go out into Picton, onto the foreshore, or around in our public spaces in town, and I see families gathering together, and I think, council helped make this space so that others can enjoy it. Or if I go to the sports field and watch all the children playing football on a Saturday, I think, council made this football field space, and we keep it maintained and beautiful so that everybody in Marlborough can enjoy it equally. So again, it's the ideas that people have for the future, and it's their enjoyment of our place now. And it's a privilege to be in a position to be able to help provide that to Marlborough.
I appreciate you sharing the thoughts on that. That's a really interesting perspective. So thank you. Now, I have an interesting one for you next. So do you feel safe expressing your opinion as a public figure?
Yes, I do. I find that the people in Marlborough are really respectful of ideas. They're really respectful of listening to differing ideas from across the community. I know at our own council table, we have 14 councillors that are elected, and everyone is absolutely different from the other. And they come here with a whole lot of different values and views on how things should be done. And sometimes, we have councillors with two very different views as to how we should achieve something. And the way that we get to our decision making is just talking about it and and listening to each other until we find a common place that we go, right, we have reached a decision which is good for everyone. And I find that as I go out into the community too, people are really interested in talking about the issues. And sometimes they talk about them with great energy and passion. And I love that. And I think that that's an exciting thing, that we can get energetic and passionate in our discussions. But we always reach a place, I think, where if we listen to each other enough, we get that common understanding. So I enjoy noisy discussion, but I feel very safe in the noisy discussion in Marlborough.
Oh, that's a great insight. Thank you, Nadine. If someone wanted to get involved in the council decision making, what would you recommend?
Right. That's a really interesting question, because council decision making happens across so many issues and so many different parts of Marlborough. So if you want to get involved, I think the easiest thing and the most straightforward thing is to actually reach out to a councillor. So we have those 14 councillors across Marlborough, and they come from different parts of Marlborough. So you can find a councillor that represents you in your area, and all of the councillors' information is on the website. So even if you don't feel like talking to a councillor because you're a little bit shy, you can email them. And someone, if you're not confident emailing, you might have a friend who can help you put an email together, and reach out to a councillor and say, I'd really like to get involved in decision making or to know more about this. Tell me how I can do it. There's lots of ways to get involved in decision making. You can come in and talk to council. We have public forums where anyone from the community can come in and talk to us. You can write to us. You can email us. It's so easy just to get involved, and you'd be amazed at the number of people that just email me directly, because my email is on the council website too. And so it's really straightforward here in Marlborough and at Marlborough District Council to contact someone. So my first piece of advice is reach out and just ask. You don't have to know all of the rules, and you don't have to know all of the processes and how it happens. Just ask the question.
That's great. Thank you for explaining that so clearly, Nadine. If someone wants to stand for council in the future, how would you recommend they get started?
Oh, that's an interesting one. And I have had a few people, of course, we're in election time, so I had heard a few people before the election time opened reach out to me saying they wanted to stand for council. So my advice to them when they were thinking about it was, you could come in and watch a council meeting. So our council meetings are all listed on the council website, the times and the dates, and they're open meetings. In Marlborough and here everywhere in New Zealand, council meetings are open to the public. So come and sit in the council chambers and just watch a meeting. Now, if you're a bit shy and you don't want to come into the building and sit in chambers and watch a meeting, also our meetings are all videoed and recorded, and they're put online with a link. So you can sit at home at night and watch a council meeting. And so start to see some of the things that we do at council. That's a really good way to see if council's the place that you want to put your energy. If that's really the place you want to contribute to Marlborough, versus contributing through a community group or a different piece of work. After you've decided that council is what you want to do, then I think it's probably a really good idea to think about what you are standing for, why you want to come into council, and to think about what you want to achieve. And then you're really confident that this is the right place for me. I've got something I want to achieve. And then after that, it's the same advice as before. Perhaps come and talk to a counsellor or come and talk to me. And then we can give you a little bit of guidance about what it's like to be a counsellor, because you might like to know things like that. Counsellors do get paid, but they are also expected to give a certain amount of time to their work, of course. So you might like to understand some of the details of being a counsellor. And the best way to find that out is to talk to someone who's already doing the job. And again, just a reminder, all of our email addresses and our phone numbers are on the council website. So you can reach out to us at any time with any question about Marlborough or about being a counsellor.
Thank you, Nadine. That was really helpful. What I will also do is I will actually drop the council website address down the bottom. So just make it easier.
Right.
So thank you. So last question, any tips for first-time voters?
Oh, first-time voters. Well, it's a little bit like everything. When you are looking and you're unsure, you have to do a little bit of research, because you might be thinking, I have to vote, but I don't know who these people are. So there are ways to help you research. I think you should use the candidate book, and you should read the candidate book and see what the candidates are saying about why they want to be on council and what's important to them. And you should decide whether those things are important to you. And so therefore that candidate might be a good match with you and might portray your values at council. You can also go online to the council website, and there are candidate videos online. And sometimes it's easier just to listen to someone talking about why they want to stand for council. And you can see, well, is this the sort of person I think should be representing me on council? Is this the sort of person who will do a good job for Marlborough? So you can just go to the Marlborough District Council website. And I think if you just put in candidate videos into the search bar, it will take you straight to the link of candidate videos. And all the candidates had an opportunity to put a video there. So that's another great way to see who is standing for council. And then I think in terms of a good tip for you for first-time voters, just remember that in Marlborough, we rank our candidates from the most preferred, the person you want the most, you would give them a number 1, and then you would rank them down after that, 2, 3, and beyond. Don't put a tick in the box, because in Marlborough we use the numbers, not a tick in the box. And that's quite a useful one, because even some people who have voted many, many times in Marlborough just forget and they put a tick. You need to use the number system. But the most important tip I would give is do vote. Remember to vote. Remember to put your vote into the orange bin, which is you'll find the orange election bins in the supermarkets or here at council or in the libraries in Picton and Blenheim, because you can think a lot about the town you want to live in or the province you want to live in and how you want it to be. You can do all the research, but if you don't put your orange envelope in the bin, then it's not going to count. So do your thinking, put your numbers in the box and put your orange envelope in the bin.
Thank you, Nadine. That was fantastic. That was great tips there, and the process as well. And that's kind of the answer that will help making this process feel more approachable. That brings us to the end of our questions. Thank you again for your time. Do you have any other last words of encouragement?
Well, I just want to thank everybody who is interested in understanding the election process and the voting process. It's really, really important to take part in this because this is one of the great things about Marlborough and about New Zealand, is that we all get the equal choice to put our hand up and say, I'd like to be a candidate, I'd like to be in council, or I'd like to be the mayor. And we all get the equal choice to vote for those people. And if we all vote for the people that we want, the best people, then we will get a good outcome. And it's really safe to vote. And I do want to assure everybody that your vote is private. So I don't see your vote, councillors don't see your vote, council staff here don't see your vote. It goes off to a private, independent organisation that counts the votes. And so it's a very safe process. And it's a very important process. And it's one of the great privileges and delights of being here in Marlborough, is choosing the people that you want to be leading. And so do your research, do put a number in the box, and do put that orange envelope into one of those great big orange bins that you'll see in the supermarket or in the libraries. And then just do go out and enjoy living in Marlborough, and know that you will have elected a good council to keep looking after you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Mayor Nadine Taylor. We appreciate your support. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much. It's been wonderful to be here and to chat with you.